know her, and it comes from her new album called Dream Too Much. And wouldn't it be so awesome if she just like appeared here right now? Like if she just showed up and then she was just here. Wouldn't that be just the coolest thing in the world?
Hey, what's up, guys?
Wait a minute. You're Amy Lee?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, you're here?
How are you?
I'm pretty good. Wow, I'm Mindy.
Hi, Mindy. Nice to meet you.
And I host this show basically in my imagination.
Awesome. Wow, it's beautiful in here.
Yeah, this is so cool that you're really here. Who did you bring along with you?
Well, I've got my dad, John.
Hi, Mindy.
You brought your dad?
He's gonna play ukulele with me.
Hi, John.
How are you?
Good.
Hello to another fellow native Floridian.
Who else do you have here?
I've got Dave Egger, who's gonna play cello with us too.
Hi, Dave. Wow, and you guys are real. Like, I can't really see you right now because you're in New York and I'm in D.C., but so you're like imaginary friends, but you're real.
Totally real.
This is really exciting. So, Amy Lee, grown-ups who are listening right now know you as the Grammy Award-winning lead singer and co-founder of the band Evanescence.
Yes.
And you've been doing grown-up music for a very long time, and this is your first time coming out with a family album with Dream Too Much.
That's right.
What made you decide to make music for the kids?
Well, I mean, I've made music with my family since as long as I can remember. We always played a lot of music at our house. My dad has always played a lot of music. I've got 2 sisters and 1 little brother, and we like to have family jams at home. But I actually had my first son, my first baby, 2 years ago. He's 2 years old now. His name is Jack. And we like to sing songs together and play together, so we ended up making a bunch of songs for him and turned it into this album.
Wait a minute, Amy Lee. So when we listen to the song Dream Too Much, there's a lot of really weird lyrics in that song. Would you say that your 2-year-old son maybe helped write that song?
Yes, Jack totally helped me write the song.
So can you just recite a couple of the lyrics from that one?
Well, he wrote the beginning of the song, which starts, "There's a monkey in the band. The muffins are sleeping. And the tiger's in the sand. Oh, no."
And you sing that, and you have such like a beautiful, like operatic rendition of these words.
Oh, thanks.
You guys collaborated. This is your first collaboration together.
That's right.
So Amy, you grew up making music with your family, and we've got your dad here today. So, John, Amy's dad, what was Amy like as a 2-year-old and as a toddler and a kid growing up?
Well, she was she was a great, sweet 2-year-old, and she was pretty much my best friend. You know, she was she loved Dad, and she loved music, and we always had musical instruments around the house. I play quite a few instruments, and so she just gravitated toward music.
And do you remember the first song that you wrote when you were a kid, or were you a kid when you wrote your first song, Amy?
Me? Yeah, I think, well, I was really interested in playing the piano. Before I was thinking about writing songs to sing, I just really wanted to write piano songs. I wanted to be like a classical composer. I really liked Mozart. I thought he was awesome. So I wrote a song that was just a piano song, me trying to be an awesome classical composer when I was about 11 years old.
And do you remember taking piano lessons and loving the practicing or loathing it?
I loved playing the piano, but sometimes practice wasn't so fun. I really liked just messing around on the piano and making up my own songs, and I really liked the part once I already had a song learned to be able to play it, but sometimes having to practice something over and over when it's really hard is frustrating. So there were definitely times, Dad remembers, that I wouldn't want to practice piano, but I did, and it paid off because here we are.
Here we are. All right. Well, why don't we have you play a song for us right now? Okay. Do you want to play us a song from the new album, Dream Too Much? It comes out today, by the way, if you're listening. It comes out today exclusively on Amazon Music. And grown-ups, if you're Prime members, you can stream it with no additional charge. So you can find it there. And you can also just purchase it there as well. Okay. What are you going to do for us?
We'd love to. Well, why don't we play Dream Too Much? Why don't we play the main song on this album? Ready, guys?
Mm-hmm.
There's a monkey in the band. The muffins are sleeping, and the tiger's in the sand. Oh no. can do anything you want to, and once in a while you'll have dreams that come true. Swim through the clouds till you land on the moon, and when you do, dream of something new, 'cause there's no way you can dream, too much. There's no way you can dream, way you can dream too much. There's no way you can dream, way you can dream too much. There's no way you can dream, way you can dream too much. So keep on dreaming.
If you're just joining us, that's Amy Lee performing the title track to her new album, Dream Too Much, which comes out today. I love the line, but the jellyfish helped you build a watermelon tower. What?
Well, actually, I remember we were sitting at, Jack and I were sitting at lunch, and he really likes watermelon, and he had a bunch of little, little squares of watermelon, and he was stacking them on top of each other saying, "Watermelon Tower!" So that line came out because I thought it would be funny if he heard it back in a song.
It's so funny. It's a really funny song. But if you're not listening, you don't get that it's so funny. It sounds like a really beautiful, serious song.
Thanks.
You gotta listen. It's like twofold. So let's talk about dreams a little bit. You were a kid who has grown up to be kind of a rock star, pop star, music sensation. And what did you dream about being when you were a kid? Because there's a lot of kids listening right now that want to grow up to be like you.
You know, I really did dream about that. This is a dream come true for me to be able to do what I do for a living. This is what I wanted to do. So I'm very, very lucky. It takes a lot of hard work and a lot of believing. Sometimes it feels like that it's too hard, but you just keep believing and keep trying, and it really can.
Is this what you thought your grown-up life would look like? Is this exactly how you pictured it, or did you think
maybe not exactly? Maybe not exactly. But I do a lot of cleaning up around my house. I don't like doing that. That wasn't in my dream.
It's not all glitz and glamour.
Too many dishes.
Yeah.
Too much laundry.
So when you were a kid, you did want to grow up to be a composer, to write music and perform it for people. I
think she might have wanted to be a veterinarian.
That was first.
Yeah. What's your earliest memory of growing up and wanting to be a musician?
Well, first I wanted to be a veterinarian, and then I decided I didn't ever want to give an animal surgery.
Oh, yeah.
So when I was about 7, I changed my mind and decided that music was my true calling.
When you were about 7?
Yeah.
Wow. And did that help you when it came to practicing your piano when you weren't feeling it? Yeah.
Well, I really, really wanted to take piano lessons, and I begged to take piano lessons, and it was a big present, a big gift that I was able to take piano lessons from my parents and my grandparents. And I started when I was about 9 years old, and I kept taking piano lessons all the way through high school.
Do you remember the first song that you ever wrote?
Well, the first song I ever wrote was crazy classical music. I remember the first song that I ever wrote that was like a song with words, and it was for our 6th grade English class, and it was called A Single Tear, and it was very, very sad and dramatic, and it was me and an acoustic guitar and a friend of mine from choir, and we sang it together in the breezeway because there was lots of echo there, and recorded it into a tape player and presented it as our poetry project.
Wow.
And we got extra credit for making it musical.
Because that's kind of what poetry is. I mean, or what music is. Music is sort of poetry, right? Is there a lot of difference between the two?
Well, I mean, poetry can be anything, but it is a poem. It's just a poem that you can sing.
I got it. Okay, so if you don't like poetry, just think of it as a song. Try singing it.
Totally.
What did you grow up listening to?
Gosh.
What are you drinking over there?
Lots of tea, peppermint tea.
Yeah, that's the good stuff.
It's good for my voice.
Yeah.
Growing up, I listened to a lot of good music. Dad can remember this too. I really liked Stevie Wonder when I was a really little girl, and I really liked the Jackson 5, and I like Michael Jackson, I like Janet Jackson. I love the Jacksons.
Yeah.
Huey Lewis and the News.
You liked Mariah Carey for a while.
I did like Mariah. I really liked Whitney Houston too. When I was a little older, I really liked those amazing singers in the 90s.
Did you grow up singing in the shower?
I sang everywhere. I still do.
She sang in the upstairs bedroom, and it reverberated the whole house.
What did you used to pretend when you were growing up? When you were the age of some of our listeners, do you remember things that you would just pretend, like just when you had some quiet time? What did you used to pretend?
Well, I used to pretend I was a mermaid all the time.
Really?
We didn't have a pool, but all of our friends had pools, and we had a bathtub.
I'd spray them with water out there.
Any friend that had a pool and we can go play in the pool was the coolest thing. So if we got to play in the pool, we would just play in the pool all day and pretend mermaids. That's what I wanted to do. That's what I wanted to be the most.
I love it. I'm sorry that didn't work out for you.
I tried.
But you know, if a jellyfish can help you build a watermelon tower,
That's right.
you can never dream too much, Amy Lee. Let's do another song. Speaking of bathtubs, you've got, I think there's 12 songs on this album.
Yeah.
And then you've got some covers, including...
This one, we're going to play Rubber Ducky. This is a song that I grew up hearing a lot because my dad played it for me and my sisters and brother all growing up. This is a song I remember my dad singing a lot that we all liked a lot. It's our little bath time song, so that's what we're going to do.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Rubber ducky, you're the one. You make bath time so much fun. Rubber ducky, I'm awfully fond of you.
Rubber ducky, joy of joys. When I squeeze you, you make noise. Rubber ducky, you're my very best friend, it's true. Oh, every day when I make my way to the toppy, I find a little fella that's cute and yellow and shoppy. Rub-a-dub-a-dubby,
Rubber ducky, you're so fine.
and I'm lucky that you're mine. Rubber ducky, I'm awfully fond of you. Oh, every day when I make my way to the toppy, I find a little fella that's cute and yellow and choppy. Rub-a-dub-a-dubby, rubber ducky, you're so fine, and I'm lucky that you're mine.
Rubber ducky, I'm awfully fond of.
Rubber ducky, I'd like a whole pond of.
Rubber ducky, I'm awfully fond of you. There you go. That's why you shouldn't let Dad take the lead on things.
I thought you did great, Dad.
Well, you know, I just got a little lost there.
When no one noticed, that was so sweet.
I'm used to singing it like Ernie. You know, I used to go, Rubber ducky, you're the one.
You do a good Ernie.
Thank you.
Wow. All right. If you're just joining us, we're here with a live talk and performance from Amy Lee and her dad and her friend Dave Egger, Dad John
Lee.
Yes.
John Lee. And they're performing songs from Amy Lee's new album for families this time called Dream Too Much. It comes out today exclusively on Amazon Music. So I got to ask you, Amy Lee, you know, every time we hear something from you, it just sounds perfect. Like, it does perfect. Do you ever have things that you write and think, no, this is a throwaway song? Or do you ever write or have a day where you're like, yeah, I just, you know, I don't know what I'm doing? Or do you have throwaway songs?
All the time. I've got a big pile of throwaway songs. I never really throw them away, though. I keep them.
Why do you keep
They're in
them?
there. Well, in my computer. Like, you record every idea, and like 1 out of 10, you think, this is a pretty good idea. And then you work on it and work on it and work on it until it becomes a good song.
Do you ever go back to the songs that seem like a bad idea at the time, and then you go back and you revisit them and work on them, and then maybe there might be something there?
Yeah, you sound like you've written songs before.
Never. I'm just
You
thinking
seem to know how it works.
I'm just thinking of some of the kids listening right now that have dreams of becoming authors or songwriters. It's hard to know when you know if you're good or not.
Well, it definitely takes sometimes, you know, whether it's painting a picture or writing a story, or whatever. I feel like usually when you start, it's not great. I mean, you're going to have to start somewhere, and it's just like you can't draw a perfect circle. Nobody can just sit down and draw a perfect circle. You draw a circle that's lumpy and misshapen, and then you go, oh, this side's kind of flat, and you sort of make it go up a little bit, and you go, oh, this side's kind of too far to the left, and you make it go a little bit to the right. And then you fix it and fix it and fix it, and eventually you can draw a perfect circle, but it takes a lot of refining, you know, and working on it. It's the same thing with writing songs, and I think a great way to start a song idea or to get inspired to write a new song, if you can't think of anything, is to go to your throwaway pile and listen to all the little pieces of ideas that you've had, because sometimes it may make you hear it a different way and go, oh yeah, I do like this one and I want to work on this one again, or just get some idea from one of those ideas. So yes, that's exactly what you do.
I like it. And so when you're writing songs, or when you're dreaming up a song, does it come to you, like, do you have to spend time thinking about what that song is going to sound like, or do you just wake up with a melody in your head?
Sometimes it's both. Both things have happened to me before.
Really?
I think
want
every
to hear
song
about
kinda
this
has some-
magical, like, melodies popping into your head.
I've dreamed songs before. Sometimes I'll be having a dream and I just hear a song, and it's more about the feeling than anything. I just feel usually a really happy feeling. Like I just love the song that I'm hearing and I can't think of what it is, and then I slowly start to wake up and I try really, really, really hard to remember it. And if I can get my feet out of bed and start moving, I run up to my studio upstairs and record it really quick before I forget. Because that's the hardest thing about dreaming, is that you forget it really fast.
I know. Those dreams, they will fly away if you don't catch them while they're hot.
That's right.
Wow. And let's talk about when you're performing. Did you ever have a part of your life where you thought maybe you had stage fright, or it takes a lot of confidence to get up on stage and perform in front of people.
Oh, sure. I always get a little bit nervous before I go out on stage. Just because. It's just kind of scary. Everybody's watching you, and what if you don't do a good job, you know? But then every time I step out onto the stage and the crowd cheers and I start to sing, and it's just like magic kind of takes over and it happens, and it's a beautiful thing, and you feel that support from the crowd, and remember that they're all there because they want to see you, and you just start enjoying it and having a great time.
Yeah, they're all there because they love you. They're rooting you on. So I think some kids, if you're listening right now and you're in school and you're going to get up on stage to perform something or write something, remember that even people like Amy Lee get a little nervous when they get up on stage, but everyone's rooting for you. All right. Why don't we do one more song from your new album, your new family album called Dream Too Much. I'm so glad you had this Jack, because if you didn't have him, I don't know if we would have had all these new songs.
That's right. Yeah, me too. I'm happy
shout
I had
out
him
to
for a lot
Jack.
of reasons. Yeah. Hi, Jack.
What are we going to do?
Let's do If You're a Star. Let me see if I can remember how to play it here. Here we go. The stars are shining bright, and I wonder what they're seeing. Can they see me watching them? Stars come out at night. I wonder if they're ever sleeping. I wonder if they're dreaming. How do you sleep at night if you can never turn off your light? How do you sleep at night if you're a star? The earth is beautiful at night. Fireflies are dancing. Listen to the crickets sing. Fireworks ignite, exploding in a rainbow.
are so very faithful. Thank you for all your light and making the world so bright. But how do you sleep at night if you're a star?
That was so pretty.
Thanks.
I almost fell asleep, but in a good way. In a good way. Wow. Dave Egger
Yeah.
on that cello.
He sounds good, doesn't he?
Sounds so good. And Amy, that was you on the keys.
Yes.
And I didn't hear any ukulele in that song,
No, I
but
was just,
not
I
that
was just over here giving moral support.
He fell asleep.
he was napping.
It was so good, I fell asleep. Yeah.
And of course, that was me on lead vocals, everyone, if you're just joining us. No, it wasn't. Wow, this has been so much fun today, you guys. Thank you so much for stopping
Thank you.
by.
It has been. Thank you for having us.
For making this album. So the new album from Amy Lee, who's broken out into family music for the first time. It's called Dream Too Much. It's an album of 12 songs, some great covers on there, a bunch of originals, and you can find it right now on Amazon Music. It comes out today. So pretty big birthday for your music today,
Yeah.
Amy Lee. So congratulations on that and all of your success. And I hope that we hear a lot more music for the little people from you.
Thank you so much. I'm glad you like it.
Years to come. Thanks again and have a wonderful, wonderful day.